Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and I guess in a one-way view, it is a pleasure for me to be able to speak to you this afternoon. As you know, this week I'm attending a national conference in Ottawa, and I once again apologize to 10 principals and vice principals that I've been actively working with throughout the year that I simply can't be there this week. But so is the case. Hopefully, with that wonderful leadership team that's working along with me all year, you've had good final sessions and all has gone as it should, which I certainly expect that it will. And right now you're in the process of doing your debrief at the end of this terrific, wonderful, fantastic year of pretty purposeful, intentional work of instructional leadership that has been going on within Northern Lights School Division. And once again, and I'm sure David has done this a number of times already, to congratulate you for undertaking this endeavor and to proceeding with this type of leadership work with the intensity to which you have taken it on. So congratulations and thank you, I guess I could say, also on my part. What I want to talk a little bit about, just as kind of my final few words, and I never say anything in a few words, so my final many words, I guess, of where I see this project, where it has been, and perhaps where it will lead us next year. Really deals with 5 big words which are associated with some big ideas. And the first of those words is purposefulness. So I'm going to go from a purposefulness to intentionality to forethought to self-reactiveness and to self-reflectiveness. If you ever read any of the work of Sally's Zapita, she covers it. She likes to deal with some of these big ideas as well. So first of all, a purposefulness. What I see the work that we've done throughout this year as being very purposeful. There's many things that school leaders can attend to in the course of their school lives. Everything from being the main bus driver to ensuring that the football field is plowed of snow, to making sure that behavior management issues are taken care of, to going to funerals, to going to board office and having meetings. There's all kinds of things that keep us busy. But the big question becomes, and this is so much of what we explored in our sessions this year, is busy doing what? So if we come back to that word of purposefulness again, it kind of sets the stage. You have so many things that can occupy your time. So which of those things are you going to become purposeful with and are going to give you purpose in your job of instructional leadership? Which means that we have to think about that. You can't do everything. To some degree, I think it's preordained. What David and I think you should be doing is attending to this aspect of instructional leadership with full intentionality. And the intentionality is planning. It is planning from school plan perspective. We started the year with our discussion about school division plan. We led to your school plan, which led to your principal plan of action, which led to your teacher plans, your TPGPs, and how all of this ties together. That's where the intentionality part comes from. And what strategies are we going to follow to make this all work? We ultimately wanted to lead to that intentionality growing out of the purposefulness of being in classrooms a lot, of developing that wonderful generative dialogue through the generative questioning that can possibly occur with our colleagues to lead to the next bit, that little bit of forethought. And the forethought being, what kind of goals are we setting for ourselves for action? What kind of motivations are required? What effort is required to make the intentionality that grows from our plan, that comes from the purposefulness, the serious thought we give to our work? How can we pull these ideas together? Which then, of course, leads to self-reactiveness. The construct about the work, about what it actually looks like, what is necessary to achieve the goals. I think David in a number of the sessions talked about within PLCs 3 wonderful questions to always guide the work of a PLC. What did you say you were going to do? So what did you do? What did you learn? What are you going to do between now and the next time we meet? It comes back to the individual, because that's where growth happens. That's where it occurs. That's where it comes from. It comes from internal. But as school leaders, which is what we've been talking about all year, asking the right questions to cause a reaction, not negative reaction, a reactiveness within the individuals that we're working with, which ultimately then leads to self-reflection and the reflectiveness piece that's necessary to make it work. And that's the power and the beauty of the whole generative dialogue and the generative questions. Reflect on personal efficacy, soundness of our thoughts and our actions, and ultimately the meaning it brings in our pursuit of increased student learning. So that's where I think those 5 words kind of tie together. Purposefulness, the intentionality, the forethought that's required, leading to self-reactiveness and ultimately to self-reflectiveness and the incumbent growth that hopefully proceeds. So those are my thoughts. And I'll end with thank you again. Thank you for letting me come into Northern Lake School Division. It's been a joy. I really look forward to the work that we're going to do next year. And once you get around to your summer holidays, enjoy them a great deal. You'll have time for those batteries to recharge. So with that, David, back to you. Bye now.